10 yards still left on second down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Throwing again. Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Third and long. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Ryan. This will be caught inside the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run here with Freeman. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan taking it in. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count, second down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. First carry for Thomas Rawls. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. They go play action now. Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I better raise my voice a little bit here, because one thing we can already tell, even in the first year in the league with this new stadium, it's going to get loud in this place.
Yeah, the old place was loud, but I think we're getting a sense that this place is going to be louder.
Yeah, they're riding that momentum of that 2016 team that finished their year in the Super Bowl.
Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion. Now, last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it. Losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl. You were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital, because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman, that his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
They go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. They run with a power back. Rawls. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon. and the first play will be a field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left half. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers. Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. A Falcon first down. Ryan to his young tight end, Hooper.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Ryan, he couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. To throw again. Ryan hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. Ryan finding Gabriel for the Falcon first down. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, here's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On third down, Ryan. Hard throw, incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing?
And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 49 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And that is incomplete. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. To throw on third down, Ryan. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On first and 10, it's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, 59 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Charles, earlier we talked a lot about Russell Wilson, what a great job he did last year in 2017 as Seattle's offense is working their way back onto the field. But they're probably going to need to find a running game to alleviate some of that pressure on Wilson, right?
Yeah, you think? I mean, my goodness, when you take a look at what Russell Wilson did, he more than doubled the rushing yardage of Mike Davis, who finished second. And Mike Davis didn't begin the year on Seattle's roster. They went through a number of runners this season, none of them that fit and really hit. Chris Carson, they thought, was going to be the guy who got hurt early in the year, but they definitely have to find a running game and get back to playing that Seattle football of run first and let Russell Wilson take over from there.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Paul Richardson, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Now he steps away. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Mike Bennett able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. On second down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So a lightning-quick halftime. These guys hardly made it to the tunnel. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter. I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter. Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one. Has that happened to you before? No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. On 2nd down, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat. Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan to throw. Here's Sanu on the catch. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Now Wilson on 1st down. He's going to float this one. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. On the ground, Rawls. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying,
They've got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 50 yards. Now Ryan on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Maxwell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Nice pick, nice pick.
Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now it's Ryan. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Back now here on EA Sports.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Ready? There we go.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. A very solid gain of 27. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw on second down, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Levine Toilolo from 8 yards out. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help you in the contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped them at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He's to the 10, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Cliff Averill in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Time running out here on the play clock. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 49.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. 14 yards there on the pickup. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Levine Toilolo. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here